The letter AA represents the short A sound. To make the A sound, start by opening your mouth. Keep your tongue low and flat inside your mouth. Now say the sound A. You can stretch out the A sound like this. A, 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 A. Say the word apple slowly and listen to the sound of the letter A at the beginning. Practice saying A apple and notice how your mouth feels when you make that sound. The short A sound can also be heard in the middle of words like cat, mat, and map. Place your hand on your throat as you say A and notice the vibration. This happens because A is a voice sound. Apple, add, act, ask. The letter AA spells the short A sound. To write an uppercase A, start by slanting down from the top left to the bottom. Then, slant down again from the top to the right. Finally, draw a line across the middle to complete the letter. Now you have an uppercase A. To write a lowercase a, start by drawing a small circle, go over, around, and then finish with a straight line down. That's how you write a lowercase a. Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow. The letter BB represents the B sound. To make the B sound, start by closing your lips together. Then, use your voice as you release the air from your mouth. Now, say the sound B. You can say the B sound in a quick burst like this. B. Say the word bat slowly and listen to the sound of the letter B at the beginning. Practice saying BB bat and notice how your lips feel when they come together to make the sound. The B sound can also be heard at the end of words like cab, rub, and sub. Place your hand on your throat as you say B and notice the vibration. This happens because /B/ is a voice sound. Bed, button, bell, bus. The letter BB spells the B sound. To write an uppercase B, start by drawing a straight line down. Then, draw two curves, one from the top and one from the middle, both curving to the right. To write a lowercase b, start by drawing a straight line down. Then, draw a small circle starting from the middle of the line, curving around to the right. That's how you write a lowercase b. Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow. The letter CC represents the K sound. How to make the sound? To make the K sound, open your mouth a little and put your tongue toward the back of your throat. Then, release the air without using your voice. Now, say the sound K. You can say the K sound in a quick burst like this, K. Say the word cat slowly and listen to the sound of the letter C at the beginning. Practice saying CC cat and notice how the back of your tongue moves when you make that sound. The K sound can also be heard at the beginning of words like cup, cow, and car. Place your hand on your throat as you say K and notice there is no vibration. This happens because K is an unvoiced sound. Corn, cap, cabbage, cookie, corn, cap, cabbage, cookie. The letter CC spells the K sound. To write an uppercase C, start at the top. Curve around to the left and leave it open at the bottom. Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow. The letter DD represents the D sound. How to make the sound? To make the D sound, start by placing the tip of your tongue just behind your top front teeth. Then, release a small burst of air as you say the sound D. You can say the D sound in a quick burst, like this, D. Word example. Say the word dog slowly and listen to the sound of the letter D at the beginning. Practice saying D dog and notice how your tongue feels when you make that sound. The D sound can also be heard at the end of words like bed, sled, and mud. Voice sound. Place your hand on your throat as you say D and notice the vibration. This happens because D is a voice sound. Door. Donut. Deer. Doll. Door. Donut. Deer. Doll. The letter D spells the D sound. To write an uppercase D, start by drawing a straight line down. Then, go back to the top and make a big curve outward and down to meet the bottom of the line. To write a lowercase d, start by drawing a small circle. Then, draw a straight line down from the right side of the circle. That's how you write a lowercase d. Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow. The letter E represents the E sound. How to make the sound. To make the E sound, open your mouth slightly and keep your tongue low and relaxed in the middle of your mouth. Now, say the sound E. You can stretch out the E sound, like this, E. Word example. Say the word edge slowly and listen to the sound of the letter E at the beginning. Practice saying E-edge and notice how your mouth feels when you make the E sound. The short E sound can also be heard in the middle of words like bed, pen, and net. Place your hand on your throat as you say E and feel the vibration. This happens because E is a voice sound. Egg. Eggplant. Elephant. Elf. Egg. Eggplant. Elephant. Elf. The letter E spells the short E sound. To write an uppercase E, start by drawing a straight line down. Then, draw 3 horizontal lines across, one at the top, one in the middle, and one at the bottom. To write a lowercase e, start in the middle, go to the right, and loop around like a small circle, finishing at the center. That's how you write a lowercase e. Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow. The letter FF represents the F sound. How to make the sound. To make the F sound, start by placing your top teeth lightly on your bottom lip. Then, push air out through your mouth while keeping your teeth and lip in place. Now, say the sound F. You can stretch out the F sound, like this, FFFFF. Word example. Say the word fan slowly and listen to the sound of the letter F at the beginning. Practice saying FF fan and notice how your teeth and lip feel when you make that sound. The F sound can also be heard at the end of words like leaf, shelf, and beef. Unvoiced sound. Place your hand on your throat as you say F and notice there is no vibration. This happens because F is an unvoiced sound. Fence. Fox. 5. Frog. Fence. Fox. 5. Frog. The letter FF spells the F sound. To write an uppercase F, start by making a straight line down. Then, draw 2 horizontal lines, one across the top and one in the middle, going to the right. Now you have an uppercase F. To write a lowercase f, begin by making a curved line that goes up and then down, forming a hook. Next, draw a small horizontal line across the middle. That's how you write a lowercase f. The letter GG represents the G sound. How to make the sound. To make the G sound, open your mouth a little and put your tongue toward the back of your throat. Then, release the sound by using your voice. Now, say the sound G. You can say the G sound in a quick burst, like this, G. Word example. Say the word goat slowly and listen to the sound of the letter G at the beginning. Practice saying GG goat and notice how your tongue feels when it moves toward the back of your mouth. The G sound can also be heard at the end of words like dog, frog, and bag. Voice sound. Place your hand on your throat as you say G and notice the vibration. This happens because G is a voice sound. Gate. Glass. Globe. Glue. Gate. Glass. Globe. Glue. The letter GG spells the G sound. To write an uppercase G, start at the top, curve around like a big C, and then add a small horizontal line from the bottom right of the circle. To write a lowercase g, start by drawing a small circle. Then, go down from the right side of the circle, curve below the line, and loop up. That's how you write a lowercase g. Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow. The letter HH represents the H sound. How to make the sound. To make the H sound, start by opening your mouth slightly. Keep your tongue relaxed and low in your mouth. Then, push air out gently through your open mouth while making a breathy sound. Now, say the sound H. You can stretch out the /H/ sound, like this, HHHH. Word example. Say the word hat slowly and listen to the sound of the letter H at the beginning. Practice saying HH hat and notice how your breath feels when you make that sound. The H sound can also be heard at the beginning of words like hot, hill, and hop. Unvoiced sound. Place your hand on your throat as you say H and notice there is no vibration. This happens because H is an unvoiced sound. Hand. Hammer. Hot dog. House. Hand. Hammer. Hot dog. House. The letter HH spells the H sound. To write an uppercase H, start by making a straight line down on the left side. Then, draw another straight line down on the right side. Finally, draw a horizontal line connecting the two vertical lines in the middle. Now you have an uppercase H. To write a lowercase h, start by making a straight line down. Then, go to the middle and draw a curve to the right and up, and finish by making another straight line down. That's how you write a lowercase h. Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow.
The letter I represents the I sound. How to make the sound. To make the short I sound, start by slightly opening your mouth. Keep your tongue relaxed and in the middle of your mouth. Now, say the sound I. You can stretch out the I sound, like this, I. Word example. Say the word itch slowly and listen to the sound of the letter I at the beginning. Practice saying I itch, and notice how your mouth and tongue feel when you make that sound. The short I sound can also be heard in the middle of words like sit, lip, and pin. Voice sound. Place your hand on your throat as you say I and notice the vibration. This happens because I is a voice sound. Itch, igloo, insects, infant, itch, igloo, insects, infant. The letter 2 spells the I sound. To write an uppercase I, start by drawing a straight line down. Then, draw 2 horizontal lines, one across the top and one at the bottom. Now you have an uppercase I. To write a lowercase I, start by making a short straight line down. Then, draw a small dot right above the line. That's how you write a lowercase I.
Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow.
The letter JJ represents the J sound. How to make the sound. To make the J sound, start by rounding your lips. Move your tongue toward the back of your mouth, with the tip touching behind your upper teeth. Then, push air out while making a slight buzzing sound with your vocal cords. Now, say the J sound. It is a stop sound that can't be stretched out. Word example. Say the word jam slowly and listen to the sound of the letter J at the beginning. Practice saying JJ jam and notice how your tongue and mouth feel when you make that sound. The J sound can also be heard at the beginning of words like jet, jar, and job. Voice sound. Place your hand on your throat as you say J and notice the vibration. This happens because J is a voice sound. Jar, jacket, jelly, juice, jar, jacket, jelly, juice. The letter JJ spells the J sound. To write an uppercase J, start by making a straight line down. Then, curve the line up to the left at the bottom. Add a short line across the top. Now you have an uppercase J. To write a lowercase j, draw a straight line down and curve it up to the left at the bottom. Finally, add a dot above the line. That's how you write a lowercase j.
Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow.
The letter KK represents the K sound. How to make the sound. To make the K sound, put the back of your tongue to the back of your mouth. Then, push air out while keeping your vocal cords relaxed and your mouth slightly open. Now, say the sound K. Word example. Say the word kid slowly and listen to the sound of the letter K at the beginning. Practice saying KK kid, and notice how your tongue moves and your mouth feels when you make that sound. The K sound can also be heard at the end of words like book, look, and ask. Unvoiced sound. Place your hand on your throat as you say K and notice there is no vibration. This happens because K is an unvoiced sound. Kiwi, key, koala, kayak, kiwi, key, koala, kayak. The letter KK spells the K sound. To write an uppercase K. Start by drawing a straight line down. Then, draw a slanting line from the top of the line down to the middle. Next, draw another slanting line from the middle out and down. Now you have an uppercase K. To write a lowercase k, start by making a straight line down. Then, go back to the middle and draw a small diagonal line down to the left and another diagonal line down to the right. That's how you write a lowercase k.
Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow. The letter LL represents the L sound. How to make the sound. To make the L sound, start by touching the tip of your tongue to the ridge just behind your upper front teeth. Keep your mouth slightly open and push air out over the sides of your tongue. Now, say the sound L. You can stretch out the L sound, like this, LLLL. Word example. Say the word leg slowly and listen to the sound of the letter L at the beginning. Practice saying LL leg and notice how your tongue and mouth feel when you make that sound. The L sound can also be heard at the beginning of words like lap, leaf, and lock. Voice sound. Place your hand on your throat as you say L and notice the vibration. This happens because L is a voice sound. Lamp, log, lime, lemon. Lamp, log, lime, lemon. The letter LL spells the sound. To write an uppercase L, start by making a straight line down. Then, draw a horizontal line across the bottom. Now you have an uppercase L. To write a lowercase l, simply draw a straight line down from top to bottom. That's how you write a lowercase l. Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow.
The letter M represents the M sound. How to make the sound. To make the M sound, start by closing your lips tightly together. Then, push air through your nose while keeping your mouth closed. Now, say the sound M. You can stretch out the M sound, like this, M. Word example. Say the word map slowly and listen to the sound of the letter M at the beginning. Practice saying map and notice how your lips feel when you make that sound. The M sound can also be heard at the end of words like ham, yam, and gum. Voice sound. Place your hand on your throat as you say M and notice the vibration. This happens because M is a voice sound. Moon, mug, mouse, map. Moon, mug, mouse, map. The letter M spells the M sound. To write an uppercase M, start by making a straight line down. Next, go back to the top and make a slanted line down towards the middle, then slant up again. Finally, draw another straight line down to the bottom. Now you have an uppercase M. To write a lowercase m, draw a straight line down. Curve around and go down. Curve around again and finish with a line down. That's how you write a
Thank you. That's all.
The letter N represents the N sound. How to make the sound. To make the N sound, start by placing the tip of your tongue against the ridge just behind your upper front teeth. Then, push air through your nose while keeping your mouth open. Now, say the sound N. You can stretch out the N sound, like this, N. Word example. Say the word nap slowly and listen to the sound of the letter N at the beginning. Practice saying N nap, and notice how your tongue feels when you make that sound. The N sound can also be heard at the end of words like pen, sun, and can. Voice sound. Place your hand on your throat as you say and notice the vibration. This happens because N is a voice sound. Nose, net, noodles, notebook, nose, net, noodles, notebook. The letter N spells the N sound. To write an uppercase N, start by drawing a straight line down. Next, from the top, draw a slanted line down to the right. Finally, draw another straight line up from the bottom of the slanted line. Now you have an uppercase N. To write a lowercase n, start by making a straight line down. Then, go back to the top and curve around to the right, coming down to finish the letter. That's how you write a lowercase n.
Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow. The letter O represents the O sound. How to make the sound. To make the O sound, begin by opening your mouth a little, keeping your lips relaxed. Your tongue should stay low and flat inside your mouth. Now, say the sound O. You can stretch out the O sound, like this, O. Word example. Say the word octopus slowly and listen to the sound of the letter O at the beginning. Practice saying O octopus and notice how your mouth moves when making the O sound. The short O sound can also be heard in the middle of words like cot, not, and log. Voice sound. Place your hand on your throat as you say O and feel the vibration. This happens because O is a voice sound. Ox. Octagon. Ostrich. Otter. Ox. Octagon. Ostrich. Otter. The letter U spells the short O sound. To write an uppercase O, start at the top and draw a big round circle that curves all the way back to the starting point. To write a lowercase o, draw a smaller circle the same way, starting at the top and going around until it meets where you began. Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow. The letter P represents the P sound. How to make the sound. To make the P sound, start by closing your lips tightly together. Then, quickly open your lips while pushing air out through your mouth. Now, say the sound P. You can say the P sound with a little burst of air, like this. P. Word example. Say the word pen slowly and listen to the sound of the letter P at the beginning. Practice saying PP pen and notice how your lips feel when you make that sound. The P sound can also be heard at the end of words like cup, lip, and hop. Unvoiced sound. Place your hand on your throat as you say P and notice there is no vibration. This happens because P is an unvoiced sound. Pear. Panda. Pizza. Peg. The letter PP spells the sound. To write an uppercase P, start by making a straight line down. Then, go back to the top and make a curve that goes to the right and back down halfway. Now you have an uppercase P. To write a lowercase p, start by making a straight line down, going below the line. Then, go back up and make a small curve to the right, just like the uppercase P. That's how you write a lowercase p. Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow.
In English words, the letter QQ is almost always followed by UU. Together, chu represents the KW sound. How to make the sound. To make the KW sound, combine the K and W sounds. First, start with your tongue raised up in the back as you would for the K sound. Then, round your lips and push air out to make the W sound. Now, say the sounds together, KW. You can say it like this, KWWW. Word example. Say the word quack slowly and listen to the sound of chu at the beginning. Practice saying KW quack and notice how your tongue and lips move. The KW sound can also be heard at the beginning of words like quiz, quit, and quick. Place your hand on your throat as you say KW. Notice that your vocal cords don't vibrate when you make the K sound, but they start to vibrate when you move to the W sound. Queen, quilt, quartz, quokka. The letter QQ is part of Q, which spells the KW sound. To write an uppercase Q, start by drawing a large circle, like you're writing an O. Then, add a small diagonal line going from the bottom of the circle out to the right. Now you have an uppercase Q. To write a lowercase q, start by making a small circle, like you're writing an O. Then, draw a straight line down from the right side of the circle.
Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow. The letter RR represents the R sound. How to make the sound. To make the R sound, start by curling the tip of your tongue slightly upward, just behind your upper front teeth. Keep your lips relaxed and your mouth slightly open. Push air out while vibrating your tongue. Now, say the sound R. You can stretch out the R sound, like this, RRRR. Word example. Say the word rat slowly and listen to the sound of the letter R at the beginning. Practice saying R-rat and notice how your tongue and mouth feel when you make that sound. The R sound can also be heard at the beginning of words like run, rose, rain, ring, and red. Voice sound. Place your hand on your throat as you say R and notice the vibration. This happens because R is a voice sound. Raft, run, rabbit, ring. The letter RR spells the R sound. To write an uppercase R, start by making a straight line down. Then, go to the top and draw a small curve to the right, going halfway down. Finally, add a diagonal line from the middle of the curve down to the bottom. Now you have an uppercase R. To write a lowercase r, start by making a straight line down. Then, make a small curve at the top to the right. That's how you write a lowercase r. Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow.
The letter SS represents the sound. How to make the sound. To make this sound, start by placing the tip of your tongue close to the roof of your mouth, just behind your upper front teeth. Keep your lips slightly apart and push air out through your mouth. Now, say the sounds. You can stretch out the sound like this. Word example. Say the word sun slowly and listen to the sound of the letter S at the beginning. Practice saying SS sun and notice how your tongue and teeth feel when you make that sound. This sound can also be heard at the end of words like bus, yes, and gas. Unvoiced sound. Place your hand on your throat as you say and notice there is no vibration. This happens because it's an unvoiced sound. Sun. Snake. Soap. Soup. The letter SS spells the sound. To write an uppercase S, start by making a curved line that goes to the right and down, then curve it back to the left. It's like drawing a snake. Now you have an uppercase S. To write a lowercase s, make a smaller curved line, just like you did for the uppercase S. Curve down and around, just like a little snake. That's how you write a lowercase s.
Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow. The letter TT represents the T sound. How to make the sound. To make the T sound, start by placing the tip of your tongue against the ridge just behind your upper front teeth. Then, quickly pull your tongue away and push air out through your mouth. Now, say the sound T. You can say the T sound in a quick burst, like this. T. Word example. Say the word top slowly and listen to the sound of the letter T at the beginning. Practice saying TT top and notice how your tongue feels when you make that sound. The sound can also be heard at the end of words like cat, hat, and bat. Unvoiced sound. Place your hand on your throat as you say it and notice there is no vibration. This happens because it is an unvoiced sound. 10. Turtle. Table. Tent. The letter TT spells the T sound. To write an uppercase T, start by making a straight line down. Then, go to the top and draw a horizontal line across the top. Now you have an uppercase T. To write a lowercase t, start by making a straight line down. Then, draw a small horizontal line across the middle. That's how you write a lowercase t. Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow. The letter UU represents the U sound. How to make the sound. To make the U sound, start by slightly opening your mouth. Your tongue should stay relaxed and low inside your mouth. Now, say the sound U. You can stretch out the U sound, like this, U. Word example. Say the word up slowly and listen to the sound of the letter U at the beginning. Practice saying UU up and notice how your mouth feels when making the U sound. The short U sound can also be heard in the middle of words like cut, mug, and run. Place your hand on your throat as you say U and feel the vibration. This happens because U is a voice sound.
Up. Under. Umbrella. Unhappy.
The letter UU spells the short U sound. To write an uppercase U, start at the top, curve down and around like a big bowl, and come back up to the top on the other side. To write a lowercase u, begin at the top, draw a curve down, around, and back up, then finish with a straight line down. That's how you write a lowercase u. Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow. The letter VV represents the V sound. How to make the sound. To make the V sound, place your top teeth gently on your bottom lip. Push air out while making a buzzing sound with your vocal cords. Now, say the sound V. You can stretch it out like this. V. Word example. Say the word van slowly and listen to the sound of the letter V at the beginning. Practice saying VV van and notice how your lips and teeth feel when you make that sound. The V sound can also be heard at the beginning of words like vet, vase, and vote. Voice sound. Place your hand on your throat as you say V and notice the vibration. This happens because V is a voice sound. Vulture. Vase. Volcano. Vest. The letter VV spells the V sound. To write an uppercase V, start by slanting down from the top left to the bottom. Then, slant up from the bottom to the top right. Now you have an uppercase V. To write a lowercase v, slant down from the top left to the bottom. Then, slant up from the bottom to the top right, just like the uppercase version. That's how you write. Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow. The letter WW represents the W sound. How to make the sound. To make the W sound, start by rounding your lips together, like you're going to whistle. Then, push air out while keeping your lips rounded. Now, say the sound W. You can stretch out the W sound, like this, WWWWW. Word example. Say the word wet slowly and listen to the sound of the letter W at the beginning. Practice saying WW wet and notice how your lips feel when you make that sound. The sound can also be heard at the beginning of words like web, wag, and wish. Voice sound. Place your hand on your throat as you say W and notice the vibration. This happens because W is a voice sound. Wig, web, win, wet. The letter WW spells the W sound. To write an uppercase W, start by making a line down at a slant, then go back up, down again, and back up once more, forming a zigzag shape. Now you have an uppercase W. To write a lowercase w, start by making a smaller version of the uppercase W. Draw 2 diagonal lines down and up, followed by 2 more going down and up. That's how you write a lowercase w. Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow. The letter X represents the K sound. How to make the sound. To make the KS sound, combine 2 sounds you've learned, K and S. First, raise the back of your tongue as you would for the K sound. Then, quickly release the air and push your tongue forward to make the S sound. Now, say the sounds together as KS. You can say it like this, KSSSS. Word example. Say the word box slowly and listen to the sound of the letter X at the end. Practice saying BOX and notice how your tongue moves when you make the KS sound. The X sound can also be heard at the end of words like fox, mix, six, wax, and fix. Unvoiced sound. Place your hand on your throat as you say X and notice there is no vibration. This happens because KS is an unvoiced sound. Box, mix, wax, 6. The letter X spells the K sound. To write an uppercase X, start by making a diagonal line from the top left to the bottom right. Then, hop back to the top right and draw another diagonal line down to the bottom left. Now you have an uppercase X. To write a lowercase x, make a small diagonal line from the top left to the bottom right. Then, make another diagonal line from the top right to the bottom left, crossing the first line. That's how you write a lowercase x. Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow. The letter YY represents the Y sound. How to make the sound. To make the Y sound, start by positioning the middle of your tongue close to the roof of your mouth. Keep your lips slightly open and push air out while your vocal cords vibrate. Now, say the sound Y. You can stretch out the Y sound, like this, Y. Word example. Say the word yam slowly and listen to the sound of the letter Y at the beginning. Practice saying YYM and notice how your tongue and mouth feel when you make that sound. Word examples. The Y sound can also be heard at the beginning of words like yard, yes, and yen. Voice sound. Place your hand on your throat as you say Y and notice the vibration. This happens because Y is a voice sound. Yolk, yacht, yogurt, yo-yo. The letter YY spells the Y sound. To write an uppercase Y, start by making a diagonal line down to the middle. Hop back to the top and make another diagonal line down to meet the first. Then, draw a straight line down from the point where the diagonal lines meet. Now you have an uppercase Y. To write a lowercase y, start by making a small diagonal line down. Then, make a longer diagonal line that touches the first one. That's how you write a lowercase y. Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow. The letter ZZ represents the Z sound. How to make the sound. To make the Z sound, start by placing the tip of your tongue near the roof of your mouth, just behind your teeth, without touching them. Push air out while making a buzzing sound with your vocal cords. Now, say the sound Z. You can stretch it out like this. Z, 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 Z. Word example. Say the word zip slowly and listen to the sound of the letter Z at the beginning. Practice saying zip and notice how your tongue and mouth feel when you make the sound. The Z sound can also be heard at the beginning of words like zap, zoom, and zit. Voice sound. Place your hand on your throat as you say Z and notice the vibration. This happens because Z is a voice sound. Zucchini, zipper, zeppelin, zombie. The letter Z spells the Z sound. To write an uppercase Z, start by making a straight line across the top. Then, draw a diagonal line down to the bottom left. Finally, make another straight line across the bottom. Now you have an uppercase Z. To write a lowercase z, draw a small straight line across the top. Then, draw a diagonal line down to the bottom left and finish with another straight line across the bottom. That's how you write a lowercase z. Thank you. That's all today. See you tomorrow.